Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here, the supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. The action has already started. Nice looking ball.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Ernest. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
It's very hard to miss this guy, Haaland, when there's all 6'4" of him. A player with great football pedigree in his family, remembering his father played in the English top flight. The most talked about man in football. He's really one of a kind and marauds his way around the pitch.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. Ernest. Decent chance! Goal! Botafogo! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Rice. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. No, he's not getting past him there. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Donnarumma gets good distance on it. Roberto Carlos, cleared away, and it's Pirlo, and that's gone loose. He's chosen to go back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing. They've got to make this nice and quick.
Gabriel cuts out the pass. Vieira has a look and plays it forward. Cruyff going face-to-face with his great rival. Can he get it through? Now it's Rafael Leao. Roberto Carlos is one whose deliveries we all know about. Vieira. Šeško. Great ball, and he's in here.
Rice really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Oh, strongly challenged there. Vieira. Salam. Vieira. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Vieira cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Ernest. Šeško looking understandably energised after his goal. Oh, it's come loose. And they're back on the ball again. Turns and goes back. Real chance! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
It's really well read here, but having done the hard part, he'll be slightly disappointed not to make more of it.
Ferdinand. And it's Roberto Carlos. And Gabriel. Van Dijk. Pirlo. Searching pass he's played there. Thinks of... He's having a shot! Oh, denied! Brilliant brilliantly.
Eto'o really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And they've got rid. Distributed tidily. Pirlo's cross. He gets big. He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Thuram has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted.
Botafogo really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Played out wide. Oh, that's sweet, almost telepathic. And he's heaved it away. Gabriel. Nicely spread. Lahm plays it in. Pirlo finds himself offside. Rice. That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
No, again there's no way through. Lahm. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And there's the end of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy. A little more composure up front, perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Botafogo leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Botafogo carrying a one-goal lead. Rice. Time and again they are repelled. Rafael Leao looking to penetrate opposition lines.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Cruyff, Eto'o, and this is Eto'o. Looks across and plays it in. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Lahm. And it's Vieira. Rafael Leao being hunted in packs.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
And this is Roberto Carlos. Cross into the box.
Botafogo clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
Well, that's well spotted. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. That's a little off target. Lahm. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now he's got space here, neatly clipped into space. Oh, quick thinking by the keeper, he did well. Lahm made a surge from full-back, as it turned out unsuccessfully. Challenged just a bit on the firm side, and here's the chance to counter. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Gabriel is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising. Chooses to go cross-field. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them...
Haaland! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Substituição no time do Botafogo.
Corner number 2 then.
Camisa 4, camisa 19, camisa 30, camisa 41. Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 18, camisa
And into the
13,
grateful arms of the keeper.
camisa 20.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
And he stands tall, impenetrable. And here's Hullet. Out to the left it goes. That's good play. In towards the back stick. Good read, needed to be. Gives it back.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And he's picked it up out wide. It was all about the quality of the delivery, and they come away with nothing. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And the counter is on. And it's Hullet. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos providing an outlet on that flank. Up he goes! And that would have been game, set and match.
Hazard really thought he'd scored to settle this contest, and he's struggling to believe being denied.
Hullet with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick.
Substituição no time do Botafogo.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact.
Vai ser substituído pelo jogador camisa 2. Teremos uma substituição.
Lahm, out towards the flank. Cross to the back post.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Now it's Mbappe. Tries to pass it through. And he's there to belt it away.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
And it's Beckham. Knocks it into space. Ball driven towards the far post. Cleared without hesitation. And he's managed to get rid. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. How would you summarise? Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Over to the other side.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Great run on the overlap here. Brilliantly cut out. That's a cute ball. Thuram spots it and intercepts. So what can they make of this? Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in...
There's the shot! Goal! Botafogo! And Botafogo are in front. That is so good, such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
So, Eto! They want to be quick to recover this.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Seedorf attempts a clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter. Hoeneß, just the keeper to beat! Oh, shooting chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Hoeneß is offering a wry smile there.
Hoeneß with the short one. Roberto Carlos, decent chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Botafogo have their second corner now. Hernus plays it short. And it's played in. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. And now they can spring out of defence. Nice looking ball. Thuram is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Now it's Mbappe. Botafogo are enjoying a good spell right now and leading. Cruyff. And he welcomes it in. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Hernus running with the ball. And it's made its way to him. Ferdinand wins the duel this time.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Lahm. Van Dijk.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Lahm has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles. Looking for options for movement. Chance, surely! Oh, crossbar! Out of play for a goal kick. Gabriel. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Cruyff, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he can clear it away. Not the most accurate pass. Can he finish? Off the post! Botafogo are one up and looking surprisingly comfortable. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. He's picked his way through. Haaland is onto this. Ferdinand defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And here's Eto'o. Knocks it into space. Delivered across. Oh, well, that is not a great touch.
Well, I think that might well put him off watching tonight's highlights.
Foram indicados 2
Threads one
minutos
in.
de acréscimo.
Pirlo plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. He's through now, it's great chance! It's there! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're...
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1.
Estacionados na rua em frente ao estádio.
So we're into the second 45.
Botafogo are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Eto'o. Cruyff. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Lahm delivers. Ferdinand clears it away. Gabriel is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, really cute, what a lovely series of passes. Played back in.
That was well seen too, good clearance. Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Now it's Seedorf. Great ball, and he's in here, and he shoots! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
Well, he's clearly in one of those moods. I think even he was asking perhaps a little too much from himself then.
Substituição no time do Botafogo.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Camisa 30, camisa 19, camisa 22.
Lahm.
Deixando o campo para a entrada
Probing pass.
Camisa 4, camisa
Yeah.
20, camisa
Botafogo
18,
finding their
camisa
passes.
14. Substituição
And
em
it's Vieira.
andamento.
And here's Hullet. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Now it's Ibrahimovic! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. So, third corner of the game. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. And now a sudden chance to counter. Looking for a runner, and the through ball. Shot at goal! It's a goal! And the comeback is complete! And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Teremos uma substituição.
So there's going to be another change here. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
And it's Lahm. Bellingham. No way through. Botafogo are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Lahm. Gabriel. Oh, important interception. Lahm is one whose deliveries we all know about. Rafael Leao under intense pressure.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Botafogo really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
It's a searching pass. And that's put paid to a promising move. Into the last quarter of an hour.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And this is Hullet. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Botafogo can breathe it. That's a foul, no two ways about it. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Araujo. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Hullet. Nicely weighted ball. Van Dijk goes direct. Nicely shaped ball. Now this could be a chance. It's a great gallop down the right-hand side. And it's Lahm.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Lahm into the last 5 minutes. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Mbappe. Pirlo. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Great vision. Ferdinand spots it and intercepts. Mbappe.
This is the time you need that pace.
And the pass is intercepted. Opts for safety. And the number on the board is 3. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Vieira. He's in a great position here. Now then, the ball's come loose. Koller. Ambitious ball here. No luck with that dink over the top. And that is as far as it goes. Botafogo illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Everything looked so good for them to start with, but as we have seen so many times, they ended up with nothing. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, the game plan for me just looked a little confused, and the crowd seemed to pick up on this early on, and it just created a kind of negative vibe around the whole stadium, and I think this...